Hey, 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 hey!
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where in the world you are at the moment.
That's right.
It is one of them.
Welcome to today's Q Corner.
And you'll see that things are a little bit jittery at the moment as well, but it's
running off my brain power, Keith.
It is. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us in chat.
What are we doing today, Keith?
Well, on today's show, we'll be demonstrating an easy way of doing cheat organic garland.
We like a bit of cheating and we like a bit of organic. So we're going to be doing that with, there's a little hint of the colour here. Answers in the chat if you know what colour it is. but anyway,
before that,
there's this. We're back. We're here.
We are indeed back, and we are in the new studio. But this is still the temporary studio.
It's Studio 2.0 pending to be upgraded to 3.0.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got, and yes, this is the last time that we'll be transmitting from this particular studio,
which you can't see.
Which you can't see anywhere.
It's hidden.
But we are moving to a new studio. We're expanding. We tried this one. It was a bit small. We thought it would be enough, but it isn't. You're trying to drink that Chartreuse, the liqueur.
I can't say it.
Chartreuse. So it's like a char and a truce.
Chartreuse.
There you go, that'll do. It's close enough. From two lads from the northeast.
That really
how are you guys?
Green.
How's your last 2 weeks been?
It's like the souped up lime green.
It is. It is.
Why did we not get the drinks then? If that's a drink, if that's an actual drink,
you get it. You get it free every time you buy some Chartreuse.
But why did we not get? Why were we so poorly planned that we didn't get one of those drinks?
I don't know. I blame you.
We're going to get onto our HR team.
Well, first of all, we're going to hire a HR team.
Yeah.
And then we'll get onto them.
Yeah, see, Alfred's saying hi, team. You're right.
Almost,
where's the team?
Almost. You see, it's close enough. It's close enough, like I said. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be heading over
all the way over. He's got a long walk, people.
I do.
He's going to fall out of his chair, roll, duck under a cable, and make his way to the workshop.
I am going to head all the way over to the workshop. And we're going to show you a little cheap way of making some organic garland.
And while he's on his way over to the workshop, I'm going to turn his microphone down.
Yes.
And I'm going to stay quiet and listen, because there's a high chance that he may fall over.
Also, as well, is that for those that didn't know, in a past life, I used to be a magician. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate some of that in my magic act here by making my chair disappear.
Ta-da! My chair's creaky today.
Yeah, yes.
I was in my hip.
It's actually your hip. So I'm going to head off to the workshop, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Ready? Ready for the magic of the chair.
You're building it up to be something that it might not be. Ooh, it's sort of work, Keith. It's sort of work. Anyway, his microphone's off. Let me move that back to complete the magic. He knew what he had to do, and he still has to be in. The Chartreuse is not covering all the chair. But hey, you know what? There's also a weird hand coming round. It's like it's trying to give me a virtual hug. It's like,
is that right?
Hang on, I can't seem to work my brain out. I'm looking at the wrong screen. There we go. Now it looks like I'm just awkwardly being hugged by someone on the screen.
Are you sure it's not the second?
Right, your microphone's back on now.
Okay.
People can hear what you're saying.
I think it was the extra stuff, the stuff on our monitored on, the stuff that appears.
Who knows? Miguel's in the chat. Hello, Miguel. Hello.
Hello, everybody. It is good to see you guys. If you do have any questions, please put them in the chat. We can see them, and we'll do our best to respond to them as fast as we can.
I'm going to go and find a camera where Keith's in front of.
That should be a good idea, because I'm right here.
He is right there. Have you tidied that desk up? Yeah, that's better.
It's kind of tidy. It's kind of tidy.
Okay, let's head on over to Keith.
And I'll be waiting for you right here.
See what he's doing with all those Mr. Qs. Here he is.
Here I am. Look, we're in, this is the temporary studio for the moment, and we've got a lot of product behind us to work with, and we've got some Mr. Q cookie jar with no cookies in and some dogs.
That's a nice looking cookie jar, Keith. It looks like it's been looked after.
It is. We well looked after that one. We stole it from Blue Market. And then we also have
hashtag shout out to Greg there.
Mr. Q plush up there. And we've got a couple of other things which straight after this show, well, in about 50 minutes time, we'll be going live on School of Balloons or Rockstar if you're part of the YouTube side of it, for teaching you how to do some easy to do twisted Santa heads and an elf head.
Just in time for Halloween.
Just in time for Christmas.
That's right.
Actually, on there already is a Frankenstein head using the same technique.
That's not really a Frankenstein soundbite, is it?
No, it sounded like a bit of a Count Duckula or something.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, first of all, I have a 260Q that I keep on brandishing around, and I'm going to pull the air out of it.
He's not afraid to use it, people.
It's true, it's true. Looking so well organised. Love the studio. It is. Oh, that looks so cool.
Oh,
thank you very
Shelley.
much. And look, there are balloons in there. We keep 11-inch and the 5-inch in these, and it goes the same for all of our colours. Makes it dead easy for accessing the ones that we need straight from the off, and also as well when it comes with a 260Qs in the various colours, and the same colours go together.
Shelley, though, in the spirit of full disclosure, what you can't see off camera is
doesn't matter, Dom.
It's not the same as what you see.
It's what they can see on here. Okay. So what we're going to do is...
See what you see, Keith. See what you see.
It is. This is a working area, actually. So
I mean, theoretically,
we work from this.
It's you know, everything's within reach.
It is. It's like the kitchen triangle. Everything's within reach.
Thank you, Cam. It's going to get better as well. We're working on the next one, having all the things that we need to hand.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
If I say it enough times...
I'll go with that. I'll tell you what I need to do very briefly.
Oh, he's off already.
I just need to grab off the side of here and just quickly...
If only you had a piece of tech that was on the desk that you could have had all that information. But no.
But I don't?
He doesn't.
Right.
He's left it here.
I have. It's there. Okay, so what we've got is we've got some clusters. We're using 11-inch balloons, and we've got clusters of 11-inch balloons, and we also have clusters of 5-inch balloons, which are hidden under here. Some 5-inch balloons, which we'll be dealing with in a minute. And we also have some more 11-inch balloons, because we have clusters of 4, and we also have clusters of 3. Correct. And that's the important thing for doing this. It's what we like to do is on our cheat. It's the organic style balloons, what we say to do, but it's recipe driven and it's dead easy to do. So that's the way we like to work this way. Everybody that knows us understand that we like to work with recipes, so it's really easy to follow.
And we've said this before, Keith. with this is it's not necessarily a replacement for true full organic. I'm saying not necessarily, it absolutely isn't.
Yeah.
This is not like for like. This is a gap where we have customers that want the full organic experience.
Absolutely.
However, their budget on that event doesn't and won't reach to it. We are, and as we always talk about, we will not adjust the price of a product to suit the customer's budget, but what we can do is be creative with the products that we offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can use the techniques and then have something that fits their budget without having to give them stuff for free, which is what we not want to do. So this is ideal for those people that maybe aren't confident to go for the full-on organic style, or feel that it's a bit of a struggle because they go too far or not enough or whatever. If you're not sure about organics, this is a great way to get started with it. So what I've got a cluster of 3, and what I'm doing is I've got my 260Q that we pull the air out of, and I'm tying it onto one of the necks. So it gives us some stretch. So it's straight away on there. We've got our cluster of 3, which they're sized to 6 inches. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cluster of 4, which is sized to 8 inches. And the important thing is when you're working with organics is you can see there that the shapes of the balloons are nice and round, and we're trying to do the same thing with these as well. Try to keep things nice and round. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the base, put this down, just twist it around so that the colours are not next to each other. I'm not exactly placing them. I just don't want them right next to each other all the time. And then push it down a little bit and just wrap it around with a figure of 8, and that's it. So I've got a cluster of 3, then a cluster of 4, 6 inches, and then 8 inches. And then from there, I go for another cluster of 3, but this time it's our neck size up, which is 7 inches. There is cluster of 3, size to 7 inches. So I'm going to do, again, I'm going to make sure that the wild berry is on a different orientation and just push down slightly, and then figure of 8 under there. And then we go to a cluster of 4 again, but this time it's sized to, so this is sized to 9 inches. And then up on there it goes. Wrap that around into there. And then we have our cluster of 3, which is sized to 8 inches. Boom, boom, boom.
I do love the colour combo.
It's a lovely colour combo, and for those that haven't really seen it before, this is the Chartreuse. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is, while we're there, I'm actually going to take some lime green, and so you can see the comparison, because people go, why are we not just using lime green? Is there much difference between the two colourways?
It was also not a colour that I was expecting, this one.
Yeah.
And I know it was been mentioned on Facebook recently by a few people that, yeah, you can see that even on camera there as well.
Yeah.
How green the lime green is, but then how vibrant the Chartreuse is.
So much more vibrant compared to the.
But I'm seeing it in the shops now. I'm seeing it in decor stores. I'm seeing it in main high street retailers.
Fashion clothing.
Yeah, it's coming in, and I'm seeing it with the wild berry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is that because of the green and red are opposite each other, right? The complementary colour harmony when we look at a colour wheel, and so it works with the same thing in the fact that this is a shade of green and wild berry is a shade of red. So it works the same way. It's a complementary colour harmony, so they work very, very well together.
Who knew the principles were going to work, eh?
I don't know.
Who knew?
Should have had a design brief, right? Okay,
Shelley's saying it's more Grinch-like. Yes, you could definitely build an awesome Grinch with that.
Yeah,
I mean, fortunately, you've got a perfect
bright
model in the workshop there.
Yes,
so with
but
the green,
he's not on camera at the moment.
Oh, no, I beat you to it.
6,
with the Grinch.
7, 8 for the clusters of 3. And at the moment, we're working 8, 9, and 10. So this is our last cluster of 4 before we reverse the process. So 8, 9s, and 10s. But we want, we chose to go with only one wild berry on each cluster because we want the Chartreuse to be the kind of the hero colour in this. So I'm just going to put that down because it's easier to work downwards, because I can pull up and do my twist into there, and then we reverse the structure. So we get our cluster of 3, which is sized to 8 inches. It's down under there. And then our cluster of 4, which is sized to 9 inches. And then our, what's that? I have to make 2 snowmans. I could use this style, couldn't I? I'm new to twisting. I tell you what, June, if you're not a member of the Rockstar program or School of Balloons, you should go on there, because there's a head that we're using on tonight's show that will be perfect for your snowman.
I've also got the graphic, I believe, Keith, for the sizes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, well then chuck it up on screen.
Because the 3s are 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got the 4s, which is 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, yes?
Yes.
Great, give me a second and I shall pop that up onto the screen. And it's going to be... and
I'm just adding clusters while Dom does that.
It has got a Halloween background to it, so just ignore that.
Ignore the Halloween background.
So, right. So, over the top of Keith right now as well, we've got the...
Like over the top, like above me?
No, in front of you.
Oh, in front of me. Okay.
So if you put your hand out straight in front of you, you've got the... yeah, that's it. That's where the 10-inch clusters are. So that's the layout for the balloon size that Keith's been doing. So in the blue colours, that's your clusters of 4 balloons. So they're all 11-inch balloons into a cluster of 4, and it starts at the left-hand side there, going from 8-inch, then to 9-inch, to 10, back down to 9, and back down to 8. Then you've got the clusters of 3 in the yellow, and they are 6-inch, 7-inch, and 8-inch, and an 8-inch, 7-inch, and 6-inch. take that back off.
Okay, so now that we've done that together, it's gone, like Dom's just shown you there, it's gone from smaller to the largest and then back down to smaller, so it evens itself out. So it's got an organic feel already, especially because we're going between 3s and 4s, so they don't sit as nice as they would do if it was a normal 4-4-4. So it's already got this kind of like this bumpy kind of thing. So what we want to do is emphasize this, and the way that we do it is, again, is just by using, we added in some 5-inch.
Can I just point something out as well, Keith, because it's perfect for me to see right now, and it was what people kind of will worry about at this point is, to your left-hand side, facing the camera, there's some really big gaps.
Okay,
just
right,
yeah. So if you turn over, now they are going,
like especially here.
Yeah, they're going to appear.
So we're talking about here.
Yeah, and you don't need to worry about them because that's what we're about to fix.
Yeah.
Now, this is where people get hung up on it, where they're trying to fix that, or move everything around and kind of spend ages trying to adjust it. If you're going to take this and install it somewhere, don't do what Keith's about to do until it's in the right position, until it's in the right place, because it's all going to move. And this is also going to be fairly one-sided, right, Keith? You're going to make this so it is positioned to be visible from its key side.
Yeah, we did an installation with this style just recently. It was in a corporate venue, and they wanted to do it across a high-level kind of balcony area and across the front of that. So it was ideal because it went onto the front of it, and it was a single-sided, and this is exactly where this is aimed to be. Great for photo opportunities where you're going to have it against the back wall or something, people stand in front of it, or away from the wall, people standing behind it. It's great for this style, but it is more or less designed to be single-sided. Okay.
Awesome.
So we have 2 more clusters of 3. These are 5-inch, Wildberry and the Chartreuse again, and these ones are sized to approximately 3 inches and approximately 4 inches on there. So as you can see, and they're tied together with half of a 260Q. So we've just taken some 260Qs, cut them in half, and tied them together. What we've also done as well is cut all of the rest of the necks off, apart from the one that we've used to tie with, so that we're going to hide the mechanics as much as possible for coming out of from the design. So
Luke's got a question in the chat, Keith.
What's the question?
So
Let's
Luke's
have a look.
asking, are the ones inflated to 10 inches, so the middle ones there, 16-inch balloons, or 11-inch?
They're all 11. Everything that we use on here are all 11 inches. The 10 inches ones, what we try to do is overinflate them. Like, I'm teaching people to suck eggs here, Luke, but as you would know, overinflated, and then downsized to 10 inches, so they're nice and soft. So it means when they're sitting on something, they're less likely to fail in any way. But good question.
Now, absolutely, you can use 16-inch. And,
yes.
And we know you know this, Luke. It's a question for other people. We know that, so thank you. So yes, absolutely, you can use 16-inch. However, we've done it this way to make it easier, just so you only need the 2 sizes of balloons, the 5-inch and the 11-inch.
Absolutely. The other thing as well is that downsizing the 16-inch to approximately the 10 inches on this one, you're going to start seeing a little bit of colour differentiation as well, because of the this one being completely underinflated, like massively underinflated. So it's going to look darker on there, which it's all right when the darker
and then
ones
Luke
seem
said,
to the edge.
wait, there is no 16-inch Chartreuse.
That's not true.
That's not true, Luke. They're out.
We have some in the studio, so they are available. It's just the fact that
we chose not to use it. One for the for the colour step, and the other one was for availability just yet.
They're not available everywhere right now, but they are coming. So hold on there. In fact, 16 inches and 3-foot balloons are becoming more and more available all the time, and the reason for that is that Qualatex have just released a new set of moulds, so they're fresh in with that. So your 3-footers that you've struggled to get hold of and your 16-inch balloons, they should become more and more. You were right down the middle, somewhere down there where you are there. That's the layer of Chartreuse. So they should become more and more available. Hope that helps with anybody. And Dom's trying to get to the Chartreuse layer, and I know there's a full layer of them as well. Right, okay, so anyway, we've got our clusters of 3 of Wildberry and our clusters of 3 of Chartreuse. And what I'm going to do is, each time that we've got a cluster of the 3 balloons, that's where I'm going to add it to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it into there, and I'm not going to set it anywhere at the moment. I'm just going to throw it on there, and I'm going to keep going all the way through. Now, what we've done is we've got we've alternated it. So if this cluster had the 5-inch Chartreuse size to 4 inches and the Wild Berry size to 3 inches, and then we've changed it up the other way. So what I'm going to do is alternate it as we go as well. So again, I'm going to go onto this one. Wherever there's a 3, it's just going in there. And I'm just, for the moment, I'm just throwing it in to get it attached. So the next one needs to be the opposite way. And that is a premium common twin air sizer that I just stood on, if you didn't hear it. So now we need to go with, let's put that there, put that underneath there. So the opposite way around, in it goes. I'm just twisting that in, and then switch it out again, the opposite way around, and one more, again the opposite way around.
Someone stole our 16-inch Chartreuse, Keith.
You can't find them.
Luke, you've got a lot to answer for.
I think, yeah, I blame Luke, because he can. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this towards myself, first of all, because I want to have a little look at this, because I'm going to have this as the front, I think. Picked up a little bit of dust.
Dust.
Anyone? Dust. Anyone? Dust. And what I'm doing is I'm just moving my sets of 5-inch around, and because they're on a piece of 260Q, it means it makes it very easy for me to change it around and position it where I want it to be. Also, I'm trying breaking up colorways a little bit, so I'm not trying to avoid putting the Wild Berry on top of Wild Berry. I want the Chartreuse to be the hero in most of it. So if we flip that back over, you can see there that we have a very, I can't see it from the camera, you'll see it as a better way.
It's looking good.
Yeah. So you can see there, and you keep on looking for your gaps to see if you've got anything more. You can double up and put more 5-inch clusters into this to, to fill it out if you think that's what it needs, right? It's all a personal preference thing, so we can...
What's the best way to check when you're on site? What's the best way?
The best way to check you on site is through a camera. So what I would do is put it down, step right back, take your camera out and take a photo of it, and don't look at the design itself, but look at the camera, because the photo will generally tell you if there's something wrong with it straight away. If there's any glaringly obvious gaps or things, it's actually a really good way of, if you're even doing spiral garlands, you'd be amazed that you can stand there and it looks fine.
It's a great
you look at the
sanity check.
photo and it's, yeah, it is like what Dom just said there. It's like our sanity check, and we go, that's fine.
And essentially, in the moment, it's always going to look amazing because it's 3-dimensional and you're in the event, and it's fantastic. Yeah. It's those lasting memories that you want to make sure that are going to be stamped perfectly, and that's why we always suggest take that snap, take that photo, and don't do artsy, do straight on clinical. How people are going to stand there in front of it.
It's a quick snap. Yeah, it isn't a get an angle, put a filter on or whatever like that. It's a quick snap and look at that picture. Just sit time. Look at that picture and go, is it right, before we do that? So are we happy with that, Dom? Do I need to make is there any glaringly obvious holes or anything? It's so
hard because it's close to the camera.
Does that help?
Yeah, it's got a couple of little gaps that we would probably move around just because the line that runs through, but it's not in position, so it's... But
a lot of the times we would do, when we've done organic hoops and things like that before, you'll see that we used Garland, we used Dacron line as our connector. This we like to use 260Q because it's always trying to pull it in together where it's not on a frame, which is going to hold its shape. This is doing that. And also you can see because we've used the 260Q, it's given it some movement, so you can enhance the movement, and especially on larger garlands, you can create shapes.
It's articulated, it's got options to move it. You can also, as well, if need be, if you have the odd little gap, like I can see one there through, I can see the line, there's nothing wrong with having a single put in as well, but do it the same technique, one single with a half a 260Q between the other one signal, and you use it like a little single plug, because sometimes if you just start adding too many of the threes, you're then going to kind of overdo it, then it's oversaturated with those clusters.
Yeah, we don't like to go and then add this and add this and add this. It's not our style, and you know, for some people that's absolutely fine, but it's not our style. We prefer to go with the recipe-driven design for the most part of it, and go, you know what? If you using a piece of Garland, if we're making a piece of Garland that's this length, which is approximately 5 foot, between 5 and 6 feet in length, it uses this many balloons, and then it means you can job cost it, you can price it up, and it's dead easy for the customer. And also, as well as, it's dead easy for your staff members to make, because it's recipe driven. Anybody can make this, so it means that when a customer wants to buy something, this can go into a decor bag into the back of their car. They can take it out and they can put it out themselves.
Main thing for us is we can plan for this.
Yep.
We can say, this is what it's going to cost, this is what product we need, this is when we can inflate it, and this is what we're taking on the day. It keeps it nice and simple. However, we have found with this as well, it's a great springboard for people to then go, well, I've dipped my toe in, do I want to do a bit more on the organic side?
Yes.
It's going to give you that option. But the absolute main thing for us is it's a price point that's accessible for our core customer group.
Yeah.
So we've got something that can go out easy,
yes,
and it doesn't take us time, doesn't take us a lot of product, and it's easy to fulfill.
Oh, Shelley said that because obviously we've given our Rockstar members got this recipe a little while ago, and they said that they used this formula for a last-minute Garland, which with a low budget, and the client was blown away. Thank you, boys. You're very, very welcome.
And that's exactly what it's for, Shelley. That's exactly the thing. It takes very little planning, and you can do a lot with it. And you know, as we've done with this one, this is the 5 foot version, and it can be doubled up, and you just change up the recipe to extend it out to get the taper to each end. Have a play around with the colours. We did a beautiful one the other day, and it caught me because it was the cactus and the
cashmere.
Cashmere, thank you, and it looked beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really nice.
And I like the cactus, but I haven't really been overly sold on it for decor-wise until that piece.
Yeah, and the thing is on that particular one is that the cashmere was the hero, and the fact that that was the one that we used the main colour, and the cactus just added a little bit of interest in there. I tell you what, we didn't use it on that one, but afterwards we looked at it and went, you know what, if we put a touch of chrome gold into there as well, but like again, even less, just some accent pieces in there, it would have really made it stand out. But
Luke's saying the same thing there as well. I appreciate this way of working. Yeah, that me too, Luke. I like Keith working and me talking.
Standard process, right?
Hey, if only. No, you're like us, Luke. You know, you like to be planned and organised, and the organic is stunning, but you can lose more time on one than the other, so it makes it harder to price competitively.
We'll say again, this is not a replacement for organic. Absolutely not. There's people that do true organic pieces out there, absolutely stunning. And if that's your cup of tea, brilliant, fantastic. And if you have the clients that can afford...
That's key. If you have the client, great.
If you have the client that can afford the time that it takes to do true organics in that way, or if you're super fast at it and you're efficient, that's great as well. But if you have, that's fantastic too. But we're in an area that's very, very deprived.
We'd be lucky to have 1 in 1,000 clients that would go and
pay for the full.
Want and pay for full organic.
Yeah.
Now, that's not representative of the whole market. No. So you need to see what you've got access to.
Yeah.
However, even people with those clients, and you're looking to add in some more value to your business, this is something that you can offer that is a lower price point if that's what you want to add something in.
Because even though that we are in this deprived area, we still get the same clients that come with us with the Instagram pictures and everything and go, I want this, but I don't have any budget to do it. It's like, okay, well, you know, we go, that kind of thing would cost you this sort of price, and we can price them on it as well. But we can do something similar. You know, you look at them, and if they're going to come with an objection on the price straight away when you say something like that would cost about this sort of price, and then if they do the kind of thing and you need to come in different ways, like, well, we can actually do something that's similar and then show one of your designs that's done using this kind of technique where it looks similar. They still get the idea of it, of what they actually were wanting in the first place, but it's significantly cheaper budget. It means that we can...
Fundamentally though, Keith, it's a fixed price. At certain budgets, certain clients are quite happy to have an approximate amount. We're going to deliver a piece of work and it's going to cost around this kind of price. However, there's a certain level of customer, our core customer group, wants to know, how much something's going to cost.
Yeah.
We can give a price on this definitively, and we know we'll get a really good return profit-wise, and the customer's going to get value for money and specifically know how much it's going to cost them.
Yeah.
We know how long it takes, we know what products it takes, we know what prep time it takes. It is dependable.
Yeah.
That's why we love it.
Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to head back over there to...
June's saying the same thing as well. That's the same for her. She's in a
from
small town. Yep. And we get it, you know.
We understand.
We've sold to affluent customers. We targeted and marketed, we talked about this before, in a certain area, and we can get that business, but we have to travel to get it.
Yes.
And we didn't and we don't want to do that kind of commuting to get that kind of business.
Yeah, it's
so
not
we
our
made
target market.
Exactly. So we made a choice. We made a choice and decision in our business that actually we're going to work within a closer radius to ourselves. And that's what we've done. But we had to change our products. That's all.
Right, flip back over there, Dom, and I will see you back over there.
I've lost me. 1 second. Here we go.
You've lost yourself.
I'm going to go off. There we go. I'm back. I haven't finished the drink. Your chair's going to come back.
Oh, it's magical.
I cannot find that bag of 16-inch Chartreuse.
Okay.
I am now thinking that he asked the question because he knows he's took it from us.
I blame Luke.
Luke,
Is it true?
where did they go? I tell you where it is. I put it on the shelf with the pineapples.
Ah, that's where it'll be.
We've got all those pineapples we've collected over the years.
Well, I'm afraid that is about all the time that we have for this evening, unless anybody has any particular questions or anything.
So we've got to get ready for the Rockstar show.
Yes, in what we got in 24 minutes roughly. There's going to be
Roughly 24 minutes and 16 seconds.
I was saying 24 minutes because we don't start on time.
Hey.
We're going to have our Rockstar show. So if you are a Braden took it.
Yeah.
If you are a Rockstar member on with the backstage pass, you can watch it here on YouTube. If you are a School of Balloons member, please come up, get yourselves over to schoolofballoons.com and you can watch it over there. On School of Balloons at the moment, we still don't have the live chat enabled. However, once we got moved into the new studio and settled onto there, that is the next thing that we are looking to do.
There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. We've done
Huge
some bits.
amounts.
You may have noticed we had a few messages on it. Originally, when you went on to School of Balloons, you joined it via Q Corner app.
Yes.
That went down for a couple of days, but it was fully accessible still via the new School of Balloons version of the site.
Yes.
You can access it via either now. However, I would bookmark the School of Balloons one because that's the primary way to access the site. So that's great. But thank you for the people who reached out to say that it had gone down.
Appreciate it.
We knew, and we were trying to avoid it, and we're doing our best to get it back up again. So apologies for that. But we are tinkering behind the scenes to make it better and deliver more.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to do with the chat as well. So hopefully that'll be coming soon.
So,
we love to chat.
Yeah, so we're going to say goodbye and thank you very much for joining us. We will see you for the normal Q Corner Showtime Live in 2 weeks.
Bunny Rabbit.
And in 2 weeks you'll have had Halloween as well. So hopefully you'll have had a fantastic Halloween.
Make sure you tag us in your garlands that you make. Don't forget that's available in Halloween colours.
It is.
And Christmas.
Okay. And bye-bye for now.
Ciao for now.